Hey everyone, welcome back to the JavaScript course. So in this video, we'll be looking into how we can build a drop-down list using JavaScript. And if you find this interesting, let's get started right away. So in this video, we'll be exploring about how to build a basic a drop-down inside of JavaScript. Okay. So basically inside my VS Code, I've opened up my index.html file, my style.css file as well as my script.js file. Okay. So basically inside my index.html file, there is basic boilerplate code as you can see, and inside my style.css file there is some basic styling given. Okay, and inside my script file there is a basic console.log message. Okay, so now let's start exploring about how we can design and construct a basic drop down list inside of JavaScript. Okay, so for that basically we'll first design our UI part over here. So let's head over to our index.html over here, and let's initialize the basic design for the drop down list. So let's initialize a form first. Okay, so we're gonna give a class of form. So after this, we're going to write a p tag which says select your favorite from the drop down list. Okay, something like this. And after that, we're going to initialize our select field. Okay, so this is going to have, let's say, a ID of list. Okay, and each of them is going to have something called as the option tag. Okay, so the first one is going to be let's say select option, something like this. And we're gonna have basically other attributes as well. Okay, we're gonna say YouTube. Okay, so the second one is gonna have another option, let's say Facebook, like this. And it's gonna have another option, let's say Instagram, and some other options, Amazon. Okay, so again some options we're gonna give. Let's give Twitter. Okay, let's give in Google. And options, let's write in Snapchat. Okay, so these are some of the options that we have given. So after this field, we'll be writing again p field, or we'll be just writing or we'll be initializing a div over here. So this is going to basically contain a p tag, and we're going to have an input field inside of it. Input field. Okay, it's going to have an ID of input itself, like this, and it's going to have a type of text. Okay, so this is gonna be selected, you selected, something like that. So you selected. Okay, and this is gonna have a class of selected. Okay, so let's save the file and let's come into our web page. So hopefully we should be seeing all of it. Yeah, we have select option. Okay, and we have all of them correctly being designed. So let's firstly give some basic styling to it. Okay, so we're here for the form which contains all of it. We're gonna give the style. So we're gonna give a margin of, okay, margin of 40 pixels and some internal spacing, padding of 15 pixels, like this, and save the file. Okay, so let's give, I think we can give a gap attribute to it. So let's say gap of 20 pixels, like this. Okay, that's not working, so let's remove that out. So for each of the, okay, let's give for this class name, class is gonna have text. Okay, so let's pretty much save that, and let's come back to our style.css. We're going to target the text, and we're going to give some margin bottom to this of 20 pixels, like this. Okay, I don't know why it went to the center part. Let's remove that out. Okay, that's weird. For the form we have given basically margin and padding, right? But it is still moving out to the center part. Okay, I think because of the class name it was just erroring out. Let's give form text for this. Okay, so for now nothing should have happened, right? Okay, so now for the form text we're gonna give some design over here. It's gonna be form text as such. Okay, we're gonna give, let's say, a margin bottom to it of 20 pixels, and for the form it's gonna be the same design, that is margin of 40 pixels and some internal spacing, padding of 15 pixels. Okay, so let's check it out. I think that's looking better. So for the select method we're gonna give a class of select. So it's gonna be select drop down like this, and save the file. Let's come back to the script.js, I mean the style.css file. Okay, we are gonna say again margin top of 15 pixels like this, and let's save the file. Okay, so now let's give some style for the selected attribute. Okay, so that is the div. We are gonna say dot selected, some margin top of 20 pixels as such, and save the file. Okay, I think that's looking better. So now we're going to initialize a function over here which says function on select. Okay, so basically we're just going to get the list first. We're going to say var options equals to document dot get element by id. Okay, we'll be selecting basically this thing, that is list. Okay, so after just targeting this, so basically if we press on the if we select on any one of the drop down, what we're going to do is we're going to access it and show it inside of our input field. Okay, we're going to say document dot get element by id of, this is going to take in this one, that is id of input. Okay, like this, and dot value equals to, it's basically going to take in the options dot, okay, options dot options. Okay, or basically we can change this name, okay, just to not give again, I mean just to not get into trouble by getting errors. So we're gonna say my list, something like that. Okay, so this is gonna be basically again my list dot options. Okay, again this is going to be my list dot, let's say selected index dot text. Okay, so I think that's it for this. So now let's just hook up the function with the for the select field. Yeah, so basically over here we'll be providing basically a on change event. Okay, that is gonna trigger off whenever we press on any one of the drop down method, right? So we're gonna say what was the name, on select over here. We're gonna say on select, and we're going to call that function out. Okay, so pretty much save the file, and whenever we press on any one of the drop down methods, so currently it's empty, so let's say I press on any one, so that method is going to come over here. So based on this you can pretty much show it any show this one in any part of your screen, or any button or something like that. Okay, so if I change it, it's going to change, and it's going to work absolutely fine. So that's the way the basic drop down method works. Okay, so we implemented this basically based on this one single function. Firstly we targeted the select with the id, the select method, and then we targeted the element by id of the input, whatever we want to show, and then by accessing the value of it we are trying to access whatever we clicked on, right? So my list, and we go into the options of my list, and we select a particular index that we press on, since it's like a kind of an array, and we get the text from it and we display it inside the input field. Okay, and I think that's it for this video. So let's see in the next video, and then thank you for watching.